Now, are we getting close to seeing Tony Conti exiting the scam?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's out now because we didn't know what the hell was going on. We didn't know if if the Balistrieris were out to whack him or why they cut ties with him. So we had to make him disappear, and that's when I went through the whole charade of going to Milwaukee, saying I was looking for him.
Oh, we'll go blow by blow on that, Joe. Blow by blow, you and Lefty. That's coming up. But okay, yeah. So that's where you had to get rid of Tony Conti. He did his job and everything. And the fact, did the Balistrieris whack him because they're not in contact with you anymore? Did they find out he was an undercover? Who knows?
Yeah, that's what we're worried about, But I mean, we knew that they didn't whack him because I'm in contact with him. But why did they break contact with him? Did they find out he was an FBI agent? Did they think he was a cop? Did somebody rat him out? Was there a leak somewhere? But then it comes down to me. If they think that he's if they tell the Bonanos that they think that he's a cop, then they come to me. Hey, you said you know this guy for 10 years. You're telling us you know him for 10 years and you don't know he was a cop? So, everything rolls, as they say, the SHI rolls downhill, right?
Yeah, and it could end you being rolled up in a rug.
Exactly.
That's what it, man, oh man. Also, he mentions in there some scam where Lefty got 500 that you set up. What was that about? You remember?
Well, I told Lefty, to calm him down, I told him that when I was out in L.A., I had pulled a score, and this was his end for the score. Because, every time you do a score, you got to give your guy a piece of the action. So,
does he grill you what the score was?
No, I mean he knew I was a jewel thief, so
Oh,
so
okay.
it had to be a jewel heist, yeah.
And so you gave him 500, right? Did he ask for more?
Well, he's always asking for more. He was asking a tough nut here because look, I had to play the part of a street guy. I didn't play the part of a mark, where a lot of times undercovers think that every time that the guy that they're with asks for something, they got to give it to him, or they got to keep feeding them cash. Well, I didn't play it that way. I played like I was a street hustler, and I'm going to give you what I'm going to give you. You might ask for 90%, but I'm only going to tell you that I got, I'm not going to tell you I made 300,000 on a score because you're going to want most of that. So if I do a score and it's 200,000, I tell you I made 150,000. But that's what get guys killed too when they get caught. But
the one thing about you, knowing you as long as I have, you got a pride about you. You got pride. And and you even mentioned to me a couple of times, hey, it's easy if you just throw the money at them, and you get, but that's government's money. There's a responsibility for that.
Yeah, but then you lose all your respect. I mean, it's like, and again, then they have you as a mark. They don't confide in you as one of their own. It's, hey, we got a mark here, so anytime we need something, we just go, hey, we need a.
So you were thinking that far down the road. You had
exactly,
to.
Yeah.
You had to. Yeah, and beside that, just your human nature. Yeah, you can like to break a few balls there. Yeah, Lefty, this is it.
Like I say, you have to be a real human being when you're working deep cover. So.
And I'll tell you this. We got a feeling of what Mike Sabella thinks about a ladies' man hitting on a boss's girlfriend. What do you call him?
A rat.
A rat and a pimp? That's okay. That pretty much says it all.
Nah, I can't go much deeper than that.
Now, you know, these years were in the late 70s, early 80s, right? That restaurant, Lynn's, on the Upper East Side, I kind of remember that. Was that like an in joint?
I had never been there prior to that. No.
Oh, okay. Because, yeah, well, I think I had.
I mean, I may have, but, I don't recall, and I never went there after that. I had never been there with Lefty before that, and we never went there after that. I mean, there were some wise guys in there, because remember I told you that when I walked in, I get kind of see these two guys at the bar and wondering,
right,
what the hell, is he set?
Because he said he just got off the plane and he wanted to see you, right?
I just got off the plane, yeah.
Oh, you just got off the plane, right.
And he says, come in at night. Well, so.
I don't know, Joe. I think I would have said, call Jules.
That's one time I didn't call Jules and tell him what was going on.
Wow. He would have said, come home, get out, right?
Well, he would have said, blow it off,
Yep.
Well, maybe not, because, he's a street guy himself.
Well, but it's delicate. I mean, it's delicate. You're walking.
Yeah, I had no surveillance. I didn't have any.
No. I mean, if they staked the place out, that's one thing, but you still could get whacked inside,
Yeah.
From Jam Street Media.